Okay, I think I got it. Guys, I've been going through a little bit of technical difficulties. I apologize. I think I got the link to work. So give me 1 second and we're going to start this live stream officially for the fifth in time. Give me 1 second. Again, this is all going to get better, man. I appreciate your patience. I really do. Hopefully, there it is. Okay. All right, I got the live stream link. We are going ahead and posting I'm just going to write some stuff real quickly in the title and in the description on Patreon. I mean, if you want, you can watch this really quickly. Shit, we're doing it live. We're all live. Okay, really quickly, guys. I'm just going to post some things up. Mountain Sculpting live. Mountain Sculpt live. I'll update all of this when I'm done and I am more in my zone here. So publish now, Patreons only, unlisted link, close this. All right, we are live on here. It's unlisted, beautiful. And what else? Just making sure. Okay, good. Publish now. All right, so beautiful. Okay, so we're live. We're actually live now. I appreciate that, man. I really do, guys. Not that you guys seen any of the prior work. I was just doing a little bit of sharpening, but we are officially live. And I want to thank you guys. I'm going to restate everything I just spoke a second ago. I want to thank each and every one of you. I got my microphone. I will be trying to stay dedicated to having this thing in my hand or nearby it. It is directional. So again, please bear with us, man. First live stream. I literally just set all this up within the last couple of hours. So let's start off by saying thank you. Thank you to the 4 of you guys. That are supporting the channel through Patreon. I promise you this will be so exclusive. This content will be matching the exact content we're posting on YouTube, but heightened in experience by 1,000. You guys will be directors and producers of this content. You're going to have your names at the end of each video on YouTube, just shouting you guys out. If you guys do not want any of your information, full names, just go ahead and message me. I'll cut it down to your first name. But yeah, just for what to expect on here and on this platform, you're going to get a ton of informative and intuitive building, sculpting, diorama work, everything in between. And it's happening. We're finally set up. I think I got this thing working properly now, and we're going to get right into it. I have been showing and hinting the mountain range here on YouTube on the last upload. If you guys are following along on the YouTube uploads in the episodes of the micro drift track, this is going to be the staple piece. I'm going to have this under this cabinet. It's going to be kind of a a facial mountain versus a high peaked and really in-depth mountain range. This right here is just going to be just out of sight right now, but it's going to be sculpted and finished today on today's live stream. I don't have any time frame. I'm literally just going to go until this thing is done, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. Make sure you guys are not hesitating to ask any questions. If there's anything that I'm skipping along or I have in the background of it, just go ahead and let me know. I do have a ton of things I do plan on doing in the description as far as timestamps and where you can find specific things, so you can skip along as well. And again, just make sure you're leaving feedback. Let me know how these live streams are. Let me know if they're catering to you. And there's going to be a mixture. It's going to be live streams and produced videos. We're waiting for a few more to hit that second tier to start our giveaways, and what that is basically going to consist of, now that I have you on the first live stream, is a ton of stuff from our arsenal of products that we're not only introducing, but upcoming things that are exclusively going to be offered to you guys first. And that's everything from decals to scale accessories. I'm going to be, once the Patreon grows a little bit more, we're going to be giving away chassis, literally full size 10 scale and 24 scale chassis, conversion kits, everything. We're really going to focus up on our content here. So stay tuned, man. I promise you it's going to be well worth your while. And the support that is given is going to come back tenfold. Again, thank you. Let's get right into sculpting this bad boy. I showed on the live that wasn't present a second ago what our goals are in this mountain range. We have an idea of a full frontal with very little peaks. It's going to have, you know, more of a facial facade than anything super in-depth, because it is going to be tucked up under my shelving over there in cabinets. So you're going to see me doing a little bit of facial work. I'm going to start from the top coming out. We're going to give it a 3D look, of course, and there's no wrong way to do this, guys. There's literally no wrong way to getting in there and going ham with the X-Acto blade. I did and will show again some of the things I'll be using today. Is a straight blade. This is a retractable. This is a retractable blade here. I was explaining that it does have some flex to it, so I'm able to bend it up and get it in some nice little crevices to utilize that. And the length of it helps out tremendously. Here we have a little styrofoam cutter. This thing is, hopefully I can get it to, let me get my face out the way. This is a Styro Cutter by Styro Cutter Plus. I think I got that for like 15 bucks, and I'll be using that too on a little bit of the live, a little bit of the stream up top, and where that waterfall is going to flow through the top. So let's get right into it. I already did on the other live stream that was not published a little bit of sketching with the with our Sharpie marker here, and that's just basically getting the outline of where I'm going to start cutting and bringing forth the design. So I am going to go ahead and be talking and chatting throughout. There'll be some dull moments. I'll put on some background music or some lo-fi style clips, and I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you do not hesitate to holler at me if there's anything you want to know. That's why I'm here. That's why this platform is going to be so useful. All the building, all the 10 scale and 24 scale models that we do, I want you guys to be asking questions so we can be modeling together. And again, hopefully this will heighten any you know, issues you have along the way, and have them answered. So let's get right into it, boys. And finally, damn. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you real quickly how I got where I am right now. Basically, I'm carving out where I want the mountain range to kind of divvy and fall back, like the contours. So you're going to see right here, this is a small little V, and up top, which I'll kind of zoom into, up top we have a little divot as well, right here, that I'm going to be carving into, and that's just going to start giving us that dimension that we want. I am going to go ahead and keep all this facial front, so this way I can sink the mountain first, and then go ahead and work the front and the top areas down to the bottom area. What else did I do real quick? I'm just trying to go over what I've already done. Oh, on top of that, we went ahead, and you cannot see until it gets in frame, I went ahead and drew the stream that will have the resin pour, and this again is going to have a nice little resin pour from the top of the mountain all the way through and eventually over the course, and I'll have that you know, at a later part of a live stream or upload. Again, it's not all going to be live streams. We are going to have a bunch of produced videos as well, things that, you know, are 15-20 minutes long, or things that are going to have just cuts straight to specific points of it, and we're going to go straight to drawing and cutting out even more. I'm going to try to bring you to an angle where you can appreciate the work as I'm doing so. And I don't know if you guys are able, I think you guys are, because it's right now, that you're able to utilize the live chat if you are in here right now, go ahead and let me know, just so I can see if I can type back. You know, again, this is all new to me, so I'm trying to work out the kinks and get this thing as official as possible. So let me know that you're in here. Let me know that the audio is sounding good. Let me know that you know, video is on point as well. If you can do so, that'd be excellent. And let me get some music playing in the background right now, set a little bit of a vibe, and get right into carving this bad boy. I'm just going with royalty-free music because I have to, unfortunately. YouTube's a strict bastard, so we're going to go ahead and do that. But I see I have a couple of viewers in here right now. A couple of you guys saw and found the link on Patreon, which is really cool. It shows me that it's working. I just do not know if you're able to use the live chat. Let me know. Let me know, boys. Let me know. All right, let's get straight to it. All right, so again, I'm gonna have this is gonna, the parts that I'm not drawing in and marking are gonna be basically protruded out, and then I'm gonna have areas that is gonna sink in further and maybe do a little bit more work, you know, in that foreground and in the background, and then we'll go from there. So let's get straight to carving. I do have a little bit of area that, or a little bit more styrofoam I'm going to add in here to give it more of a rounded look, but I'll do that after I get some of this stuff done, all right? So we're going to go ahead and carve up some of this area. I did mention, what the? I did mention previously, though, I'm gonna be utilizing some Sculpting mold. And if you guys have not or do not know about Sculpting mold, this stuff is absolutely ridiculous. Dries hard as a rock, and it also is pliable to sanding. It's pliable to all kinds of different applications. And here, if you can make that out, it's Sculpting molds. You can get it in the U.S. Phenomenal product. You'll be seeing me use that in addition to some plaster of Paris. And let me put something under this thing because it looks like the glue is seeping under, which beefs me out tremendously. Hey, I know this is unprofessional, guys. I'm sorry. I honestly, this is the first stream. Like I said, it's all gonna get better. That gave me a little headache right there to start off with, but hopefully we'll have some great content. Hopefully we'll have some great content to show for in the future. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, we'll state right now, right off the rip, Styrofoam is a messy guy. It wants to flake on you, and it gives you the most cleanup I've ever had to deal with in my entire life. So let's go ahead and start getting this thing sculpted, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing here with our Styrofoam cutter very shortly. This thing is plugged in, ready to rip. Not now, hon. I'm live on Patreon right now. Say what's good to everybody. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, gotta put her on hold. You feel me? You guys are the priority. You guys are the priority. If you guys can, let me know if you're able to utilize that chat on YouTube. Again, there is no right way to carve. I mean, honestly, I'm going to get in here and chunk up first. I'm going to get in here and chunk up as much as I can first, and then go ahead and do all of the detailing after. But yeah, you're going to see me start sculpting this thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and get in there with some more finer detail. I'm going about maybe an inch or so in depth and deep in the depth on this with the blade. Some of them are going to be a little bit larger than others. I'm making my depth cuts, and then I'm just coming in here and making some incision cuts so I can flake this stuff out. Yeah, we're looking to get that depth. Again, I'm trying to get this depth where I want it, and then all this will eventually be the front half of the actual face of the mountain. If you guys remember me saying in the beginning of the episode 3, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be utilizing about 4 or 5 inches down below for shops. Going to have a Starbucks in there. I'm going to have a rim shop, like a scale accessory shop as well, for the to showcase the rims and some of the other items that we're going to be having. It's going to be like a live shop, so you guys are going to be able to see it on live. You're going to be able to purchase things if need be, if you guys want. And I am going to be hey, and the bright side is if I cut myself on live, boys, you get to see that. How cool is that? That's just trials and tribulations, my dudes. Trials and tribulations. kind of start seeing that contour starting to get in there. Check it. I haven't even carved a quarter of the mountain, and look at this fucking mess. I'm telling you guys, it's getting crazy already. And you would think that the styrofoam wouldn't eat up a blade, but honestly, it does. This stuff eats up blades. You know, I might do another small little. Try to bring you guys a little closer here. So as I'm cutting through this, like I said, I'm bending this this blade. It's bending. Get out of the shot. I'm bending this blade also to get more of an angle in there. So it's definitely helping me. Now I'm gonna start evening this out into more of a slope so we can get an additional one back here. Now all this right here. Again, this is carving out the mountain before we start doing our detail work and get really into chiseling up this thing. I'm liking it. I'm digging the way it's looking right now. I gotta find my marker in all of this beast. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take more out. So I'm letting the mountains come towards me. I'm letting the main faces come towards me, and I'm dropping back what I need. All of the crevices and everything that's going to flow behind the main mountains here. So again, this will be a small crevice as well in here, very small, and this will be the majority of this will be rock face. We got another nice one right here that will be in the foreground. This will be in the foreground, background. go ahead and start. We're already ready for a cleanup right here. Look what RC did to me, boys. Look what RC did to me, man. Friday night, I'm in here carving up some styrofoam, chilling with you guys. Again, we appreciate the support, man. You don't know how much it means to us. We've been striving on YouTube now for a year and some change, and we're finally in a position to bring you guys better content with better equipment. So you know, we're gonna utilize that. We're gonna be out here definitely working hard to make this content better for you guys each and every time you're on here. And we got some amazing projects. You're gonna hear exclusive information before anybody gets to it. So yeah, be on the lookout for some unreal collaborations that are only coming to Patreon. Some of your largest YouTubers, some of the people that you follow the most, you know, in the RC realm of things, are gonna be making appearances on the channel, man. They're gonna be making appearances on the channel. Can't tell you what that entails of yet, because we're still working out project details. But once they do hit, you guys are gonna be the first to know. I promise you that. So now we'll go ahead and start sinking some of this stuff up front here, bringing some of this back as well. I'll probably go ahead and that was a little nick. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring this one a little bit lower. I can see a nice range right here. Starting to look kind of like a mountain, huh, boys? Ooh, that wasn't glued on that well right there. It's all good though. Were you guys able to check out to see if you guys are able to utilize the chat feature? Let me know. I'm gonna try to bring you guys a little bit over. Oh. See? Still? Wash it down here. Perfect. So I'm starting to get the faces where I want them. They're looking good. I just am definitely gonna need to, I'm gonna definitely need to sink it back a little bit more because I have the mountain faces are gonna be in the front of the ones that are in the background. They need to protrude a little bit more, so it gives me some space to put on the detail. So for instance, this one needs to send back some more. I have this one coming up. And where this is really gonna start to pop also is obviously when we get all of it detailed, we're gonna make sure that the painting, that's where it's gonna do the most justice. The painting side of things is gonna be crucial, which will only be on Patreon. So if you look forward to that. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up what I have right now for styrofoam. Ugh. Man, look, check all this stuff out. Though I could probably use some of it, I still have a lot of cutting to do, so I know I'll have a lot more chunks. Because you can pack this stuff in between. You can pack this stuff in between some of your crevices and utilize all this additional styrofoam. But I'm not gonna, because like I was saying, I have so much more cutting to do that this is just gonna be one of 3 clear outs I'm gonna do. And me just staying on top of it so I don't have to vacuum my workspace tomorrow. It's crazy how much this shit leaves, huh? And it's not like an easy cleanup, it's like popcorn. Fucking kills me. Let's get back to it. Kind of see how these front facial portion of the mountain range is starting to come out and protrude. So I have some area to go ahead and get the detail on the face of it. All this stuff is going to be sunk back a little bit more. I got about another 2 inches of styrofoam. Got another 2 inches of styrofoam or so to work with. So we're going to go ahead and get that sunk back a little more. All right, let's move back over to this side over here. What you know. I'm gonna start bringing this one right here. I'm gonna start bringing that a little bit further out and giving the more depth to these back pieces right here. And I'm gonna start. This is a nice rock face right here. I like that. I'm liking the way this is coming out. And again, all this is going to be filled in. You're going to see on the next upload when we start doing a lot more detailing and getting it ready for paint. All this is going to be filled in right here and sculpted to the rock. However the rock face ends up looking, it's going to go ahead and give me no gap, a solid a surface to work with. And I'll be able to show you guys and run you through that method as well. Always want to go a little at a time. You can always take off more, but you can't add once you start carving and getting in really deep to some of these crevices. So you just want to make sure that you're you're methodical. You're methodical about it, and you're going ahead and taking away what you need at that time, because it can get dangerous really fast on you. I'm gonna grab my marker real quick. Probably put another small face. That thing's looking like a mountain range, my dudes. Let me take a small little break real quick. Are you guys able to check out the chat? Is anyone in here viewing right now? What's good? Yo, Steven, are you in here? I think I just got a message from you right now, my man. I don't know why it's not coming up on YouTube. I don't know if the YouTube link is not allowing you guys to post in there, but my man, how are you doing? Again, if you didn't catch the beginning of this, I appreciate your support heavily, man. I really do. You guys do not understand how much this helps the channel and just creating content. It does. As I take a quick little break here. Yeah, if you guys weren't tuned in right when we started the live stream, I just wanted to touch back on you and state that we really appreciate it. It goes so much further than you guys think. I was at Home Depot the other day, and the 3/8 of an inch plywood, the pieces I actually topped the track with, they're $56, dude. $56 fucking dollars. I cannot believe it. I could not believe it. I was getting them at $19.80 and some change, and here we are, going fast forwarding 2-3 months, and they've skyrocketed, almost triple the price of what I was paying for them originally. Thank God I got this thing done when I did, because I'll tell you what, I indefinitely wouldn't be able to afford it. I still need to get another a 4x8, the styrofoam sheet that you saw in episode 3. I need to get one more sheet of those to finish out some more mountain range. I'm gonna have a small mountain range over here in the corner, kind of cascading off of the backdrop where everything's gonna be harnessed in. The table's gonna have like a 2-foot back wall that's gonna have some scenic scape on it. I'm gonna do a nice blue, like light blue sky with just some trees, like some painted trees, and in the foreground, or I mean the background. In the foreground, we're gonna have some real diorama trees that you're gonna see me build on Patreon as well. A bunch of wiring and flocking. I got all of that in upcoming upload as well, and yeah, it's just it's all gonna be time. But with Patreon, what it's gonna be able to do is alleviate me from having to continuously cut footage down. I'll be able to come in here and shoot the shit. Again, this stuff will get a lot better as the time goes on. I promise you, the streams are going to have overlays in them. They're going to have, hopefully, while we're streaming on Patreon, I can have someone else kicking it, another YouTuber, another influence in the scene kicking it, maybe doing a project of their own, so you can kind of get a simultaneous build and enjoy some other content while you're consuming this. So I got a lot of things in the works. A lot of guys are already hitting me up asking when the podcast is going to drop, and I do have something in the works. I've got some green screens on the way, and some smaller things to offset studio space, so all that will be really fun to dive into as well. But again, it's just all in a matter of time, but we're making sure we're doing it right along the way. That's why this in particularly had taken so long. I stalled on it because things were getting expensive. I had to, in between the responsibilities and priorities, I had to just save up for the necessary stuff, all this little diorama BS and grass and, balsa woods and, specifically cut strips and dowels. All that stuff costs. So again, it's just providing content. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to open up, the place for you guys to come chill. I got additional room. I have a ton of spare space and accommodations. So, in the future, hopefully I'll be able to room and board you guys at no charge to you as far as my Patreons, and you guys can come slide, man. I would love that. That's the ultimate goal. We're gonna have a 10 scale track on site too. Gonna have a little mini crawler course on this, and it's all in the realm of or the scope and in realm of possibilities. So yeah, man, just looking forward to it. But again, that's why Patreon is so invaluable to the movement, because one, it goes back into content as far as finance, and two, I'm able to come in here and just model as if I was doing it off camera, but I'm able to do it on camera with some of you guys that are viewing and enjoying the content, and then relay a little bit of that over to YouTube to say, hey guys, we had a 2-hour stream just a couple days ago that we are going ahead and knocking out all of the mountain carving. So I'll put a little video up of that. that or little excerpts of that in you know, YouTube produced content, but this is going to be the real nitty gritty. This is going to be a lot more body work, as far as, you know, some of these 1/10 scale bodies are coming to the channel in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to start knocking out those specifically on Patreon, and then doing some small paint work and detail work on YouTube to finish up. But you're going to really see some awesome techniques and things that are overlooked, you know, things that are not going to be making it to YouTube. So definitely excited about that, and I cannot wait to start one of them projects. One of them projects up there, I'll let you guys know right now, because you guys are the homies in here, and again, you guys are gonna get the exclusives. But one of those projects are a Supra A90 from A Plastics, and that is a collaboration. This is the first time I'm telling anybody this, besides the close fam. Is a Dark Dragon Wing X RC Supremacy collaboration. That's right, man. The legend himself reached out. Going back a few months ago, and he's putting together a chassis of his own that he is designing right now. I don't know the exact name of it yet. I don't know if the official name has come out yet, but yeah, he, you know, we got to talking, and luckily for me, you know, he dug the content enough to say, hey, why don't you produce the body? Why don't you custom paint it? And I'll go ahead and put it on our chassis, and we'll wrap up a nice YouTube series out of it. So that's coming along. That's in the pipeline, and I'm so stoked for that project. I'm gonna go absolutely hard on that and bring you that stuff exclusive to Patreon, as well as you know, a little bit of YouTube content. But that right there is gonna be a make or break for the channel, as far as if people are fucking with us or not. I mean, that's as blatant as I can put it, you know. But I started watching Mackie at Dark Dragon 5 years ago. I think one of his first builds was a Corolla AE86 RC Modified 1 or something like that. And, you know, here we are, you know, 4 or 5 years later, man, going to be collaborating with him. So I'm absolutely stoked on it. Cannot wait. And, yeah, can't wait to bring it to you guys. Let's get back to this, man. We've been live for an hour and 6 minutes. An hour and 6 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little posting on Insta. Let them know that the gang is on stream right now. Let them know that we're carving mountains. You know that. Give me 1 second, boys. Yo, we're streaming. We're streaming, and this is starting to look like a mountain. Yo, we're streaming. We're streaming, and this is starting to look like a mountain. Yo, we're streaming. We're streaming, and this is starting to look like a mountain. Yo, we're streaming. We're streaming, and this... Alrighty. Yeah, like I said, I have no time frame on when I'm going to end this stream. I'm literally going to end it until this thing is rough cut, which is all of the specific front faces and background faces of the mountain, and then I'll go ahead and resume live probably in 2 days. We'll get more detailing done, get the rock faces and the edges up there, and then I'll go ahead and get you guys squared away with that plaster, that Sculpting mold, all that additional filler, and then on a later date, on a later actual live stream, I'll go ahead and do some painting and get more detailing. Probably the rest of this mountain won't touch YouTube. It's all going to be done here on Patreon. So yeah, luckily enough, you know, I'll have some consecutive days running it and working on it, and hopefully it'll be finished up. Hopefully it'll be finished up. It's looking like a mountain. Finished up. It's looking like a mountain. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. I've got some I've got some. It's called Hi-Fi Hip Hop Radio, and basically it's a it's royalty free music. It's royalty free music. I'm able just to have the soundtrack in the background. It goes hard, and I dig it. It's like lounge music. Lounge mix. I'm gonna throw this back on and get going. I do have a lavalier, a wireless lavalier mic coming, and hopefully I'll be able to have quality audio no matter which way I'm facing and how I'm facing, because that's gonna play a huge difference on where I can and how I can move with the mic. Sometimes I forget what's on Wi-Fi, man. My printer's on Wi-Fi too. I can't have that shit sucking the bandwidth up. So let's get right back into carbon. Bass right there. That'd be fucking really nice. Are you guys able to use that chat? I see we have one viewer. Are you guys able to hop in the YouTube chat and get a live chat going, or what? How is that working on your guys' end? Because I'm up right here. Like, I can see the YouTube live chat. I just don't know if you guys are able to use it or if you have access to it or what. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. $10.40. Give me 1 second, guys. It's telling me I have some issues. Streaming. Are you guys back in? What's good with the chat? Let me see here. Saying I don't have good quality audio, but it's working. How's the stream looking, guys? Is the video still on point, or you know? I'm gonna probably bring this down a little bit more as well. Again, all this right here, this lower half is gonna be work shops. It's all gonna have like it's all gonna be small little shops and Starbucks and stores and anything else I can fit in there. It's about time to give another cleaning. I need a little vacuum or something. That's what I need. Dude, I almost filled up this garbage can. That's insane. We're not even halfway done. I'm not even halfway done with this thing. It is looking good. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys digging it? Are you guys fucking with the stream? Now these are starting to pop up. You can start to see the depth on the inside. I'm gonna do a little bit more just to bring these out further, so I have a little bit of material to carve on the front, and then I'll start moving on towards the rock faces and the waterfall. I'm gonna have to touch it over on the right a little bit more too, but. Let me put my tunes back on. Yo, this is a jam. Look.
As a business owner, your product deserves an audience. I'm responsible for this. The moment you realize that your life.
Coffee shop, 24-hour lo-fi hip-hop beats. Hard. It's hard. It's very hard. I love this. Brings me back to the days when I used to manage sushi restaurant with my now soon-to-be fiance. Both listen to the same tunes. Now I'm out here on Patreon. Let's go! Ooh, giving a little depth right there up top. You see that thing? I might have to smoke a little doobie here, man, in a second. I might have to. I might have to. Yeah, these are starting to get a lot more pronounced. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna start moving on. getting some depth. It's getting some depth. Alright, I'm gonna finish this side right now. Probably do another clear out on styrofoam. Almost. Very closely pierced the skin. Almost. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. We'll find out shortly when I start bleeding all over the mountain. Hey! Hello? What's up? How's it going? It's okay. It's okay. We're good. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, I will. Really, it nicked me, boys. I gotta glue some. Matter of fact, you know what? I know it's not ideal to be cutting towards me, but this thing's definitely giving me some problems grabbing and grasping. So I'm kind of just needing to do what I have to do to get it done. Hence why I already cut myself. Monica, what's up? How's it going, babe?
Because I got better. Because I was released.
Are you guys able to chat? Get in the chat and say what's good? Been live for an hour and 45 minutes, man. Hey, it's as simple as that. That piece was coming off right there, so I just went ahead and tacked it in. I'll stay away from it for probably the remainder of this carving sesh, and this thing will be good to finish up at a later time. looking good, man. Let's give her a pan around real quick. Again, all that's going to be brought down a little bit more detailed. That will all be detailed. All this right here, up top here, it's going to be chiseled out even more, kind of emulating more of a peak. We'll get in here a little bit lower to give it more of a gradual sloping effect. I'm going to pause real quick and go grab a drink of water. Give me 1 second, please. Chat. Yo, we've been live for 2 hours. I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. This has actually been fun. It's zen. I've got my tunes playing right here, of course, royalty free. The mountain is coming out really good, in my opinion. You guys gotta let me know what you're thinking. If there's anything I should change up on it, it'll definitely start to take shape a little bit more as we continue carving. I know that for a fact. I've only cut myself 2 times, which is awesome. Time to get back to it. Yo, 2 hours flies. That time flew, boy. Time to clear off the table. Too much styrofoam on there. You don't even want to see the floor. It's absolute mayhem. Yo, are you guys able to write in the chat? Are you guys able to access the chat? Let me know what's up. 2 hours, man. That's crazy. From the stories I posted, a couple people are like, how can I watch? Patreon only, man. We ain't here vibing, huh? I'm not liking this right here. I'm not liking it. I might add a little something to it, maybe. Might have to get in there and do some really nitty-gritty carving right now. don't know. That just looks a little. It doesn't flow. It doesn't flow that well. It's looking good, but. What are you guys thinking so far? Any suggestions? Should I change things up a little bit? What are you thinking so far? We've been carving for 2 hours and 5 minutes. It's 11:35 where I'm at. We're listening to some lo-fi hip-hop beats. I got my girl in here also. She's giving me suggestions through the messenger. Taking it with a grain of salt. I'm just joking. She actually always has good suggestions. She really does. The more we've been together, the more she's really getting an eye for this stuff, the scale and everything that goes with it. So I'm very appreciative. Oh, man. How's the video looking? Is the video looking good? Still quality? My camera feels really good. It's not overheating or anything. I'm actually surprised on that. 2 hours, man. Connected. Ooh. I give this a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna start recessing. This a little bit more, and then I'm gonna start putting the face on these right here. Give them a little bit more of a gradual look. And then go from there, boy. You guys see how I'm doing that right there? I'm gonna bring the camera a little bit closer so you can check that out. So what I'm doing is I'm notching. Kind of see that? I'm giving this thing a more three-dimensional look by bringing some of the styrofoam out from behind it and then carving the rock face. Eventually I'll get it a little bit more gradual. We're just trying to see how the rock's looking. This area is crucial, and the reason why I say that is because now there's not much styrofoam that I have to play with. So it's very important for me to be more methodical on where I'm cutting and how I'm cutting, because I can't add anything. Obviously, I can add a little Sculpting mold and build it up with some techniques I'll show you guys in the next live stream. But right now, I'm trying to just get that, be smart with what I'm taking off, because I cannot add back. I'm gonna switch up the tunes a little bit. I'm gonna switch up the tunes. Get something a little bit more upbeat. We've been at it for 2 hours and 15 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. Any suggestions? What should I listen to? Oh, and I found out, I gave you guys false information in the beginning. Being it's a live stream on YouTube, I still can get copyrighted. I still can get claimed if I'm running any music that's copyrighted. For instance, I was playing J. Cole in the beginning, and unfortunately, they told me I had a claim. Luckily, I didn't keep that stream because I was having difficulties with the live and transporting it from OBS, which is the open broadcast software, to YouTube. So I'm running royalty-free music. Scale goats. That's a good idea. You know, goats can climb anything and everywhere, so that's a good idea. We might have to whip up some scale goats. Maybe I'll 3D print some scale goats for the mountain. That would be sick. I appreciate that suggestion, babe. Maybe I'll listen to a podcast. Are you guys? Can you hear the music? Can you guys hear the music through the microphone? Can you hear the music? Let me know in the chat. Can you hear the music or not? If so, I'll keep music playing. But if not, I'll probably listen to something on a podcast.
Nothing compares to real estate agents who are more than agents, they're partners. Nothing compares to world-class.
Big maneuvers.
What's up, AD? Big Sean. Welcome. Let's go. Come on. This is a no shoes house. I do have on shoes, but my shoes have been managed by. Seriously though, this house has been feng shui properly. Originally, this was Slash's house. That's Rose's. So like, has a lot of history. The whole house is just kind of like a gothic.
All right,
Thing of
I'm gonna switch it up.
special art piece.
This is like some elevator music. I need to find my smaller X-Acto. Give me 1 second. Got it. I'll break all these up here very shortly. I'm just trying to get these knocked out. Man, you guys are absolute troopers. Staying with me. We're approaching 3-hour mark. It is 12:15 on my side. I will probably stay live until 12:45. Call it for the evening time. But you can see how methodical the process is. Once we get to these faces, it's more carving and notching out where rock formations are. So yeah, it's definitely taken some time. I expected it to. I definitely did. You can see and imagine how long it would take me to cut down this video and translate it to YouTube. It would be an absolute nightmare. So luckily we're getting through it. But yeah, I want to thank you guys again. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes. We've had a consistent 3 viewers on the stream. We've got 4 Patreons, so it's more than half you guys. I appreciate it. I really do. Again, this goes a lot further than you guys can imagine with the support. So thank you. But yeah, you can kind of see real quick. I'll just pause up a little bit, and you can kind of see what I'm trying to achieve here. I left that portion untouched, and I'm going to go ahead. Originally, I was carving around it. I left this untouched, the face, and I'm just kind of notching out where I need and what I feel like the rock face should look like in regards to the ones I was showing you a reference earlier in the beginning of the stream. But yeah, I'll just continue notching out these small little areas and really starting to make it look uneven and not as symmetrical. And of course, I'll get back up here and I'll get some of these crevices a little bit better. Not make these as symmetrical as well. I'll take out some more rock in this case styrofoam, and give it more of an uneven look. We did get a suggestion to put a goat somewhere in here, so we'll definitely get a goat in there. I don't know, maybe somewhere over here. That would be cool. But yeah, it's tedious, man. It's tedious work. If you guys do have capabilities of getting in the chat, let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions as well, that'd be really cool. I got 2 more faces to do. I got one over here, and then one on the back side, right here. I'm sorry, 3, 2.5. 1, 2, 3 on this main frontal, and then the waterfall should be fairly easy. I kind of have an idea of it just being rounded out and getting a small face on there as well. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with the way it's turning out. It's gonna absolutely pop when we have paint on it. It's gonna look unreal. Gonna get some shadowing in there, some technique called spotting, which is gonna be with a few acrylic washes after we seal it, and go forth with that Sculpting mold, which I showed you guys earlier. If you haven't or did see that earlier, this is a I don't want to say it's like a powder, because it has some small little pieces of like almost like a fabric, or kind of like it's like a paper mache product. And what you do is you add 1-to-1 water, or you can add a little bit less depending on the consistency you want. And once that dries up, it gives you a consistent, very consistent, like rock solid medium, where you can sand it, you can really get in there and chip away and get even further detail. Here, when I'm using the X-Acto blade, it's popcorning on me, which is basically what you're seeing right here. You can't really come up with really fine cuts unless you have that styrofoam cutter right here, which I'm not going to use tonight, because this is a little bit more of like formation and finishing. So you'll see that on the next stream. And I need to ventilate. It's very, very toxic smells that come off from burning this styrofoam. So want to make sure I'm well ventilated. I'll have the garage door open, and I'll make sure we're handling that properly. But yeah, this sculptor mold right here is gonna bring the thing to life. If you think it's starting to look good now, it'll look even better with that sculptor mold. I promise you, it's gonna look absolutely ridiculous and really come together very, very well. Also, sealing it, you're not gonna see as much of the rough terrain. It's gonna be a little bit smoother, and of course, when we start flocking it with a lot more of the grass and small particles to mimic, some moss and stuff, it'll look a lot better, especially in these crevices where the dark parts of the shading will come. But yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel it, man. Especially standing. I think standing is what's really starting to wear on me. This will probably be one of the only times I'll have to endure a standing and continuous movement up and down. But nonetheless, I'm definitely happy with how it's turning out. I'm even more stoked that you guys are in here and have been digging this as well. So let's spend another 30 minutes or so, 25 minutes, and let's see how far we can get. I definitely underestimated. I thought I was gonna be able to get the whole thing done tonight, but that's me, with an overachieving mindset to try and get this thing done. But yeah, time is definitely flying by, but we're making the most of it. That's a little easier. Remember, I'm not carving. I'm not going to be carving anything below here because that's where all the storefronts are going to be. So, just to save myself time, I'll just keep all this. I'll just surface it. I'll just face it as far as putting a clean edge on it, and I will not mess with that. I will not mess with that at all. As well as up to about right here. There's going to be a little L-style plaza right there. So we won't mess with anything below those small lines because we'll have a plaza protruding. So less work for me, yay. One issue I am running into, and this is for future reference on you guys, I do have seams in here from where I glued it. So I'm trying to make cuts around and not really conflict with the seams. There's a couple instances where there's more styrofoam peeled up because the glue that was adhering both the layers peeled back and it took a chunk of styrofoam. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, the layers do usually occur towards the bottom. So, but these will all be gone. All these layers that you see, like the seams that put the styrofoams together, like where the glue had happened, those will all be gone as far as the terrain and what we're gonna be seeing on the final product. But yeah, you're right. The layers of like limestone and yada yada yada. I'm not a rock expert. Crystal. My crystal queen. Oh man, guys, I think I'm gonna call this stream a finito. I really am starting to get tired. I'll go ahead and run you by this last little bit of what we did and what we're going to be doing on the next stream. So again, I appreciate you guys so much. This would not be happening if it wasn't for you guys. We're gonna knock this thing out. I promise you. In the next couple days, I'll probably be just getting on here sporadic, just getting some content, putting feet to the pavement, man. We're gonna get this thing done. I have gotten a lot done. I have gotten a lot done today. I'm definitely happy with where we are at. Let me go ahead and pan you, zoom in to some of these rock and these faces, just so I can show you where we're at. Kind of got a glimpse of the detailing towards there to the end. Still a lot more to do and chisel out here. Again, very methodical work in these latter parts because, as you guys know, this thing's only so thick. So I've already pushed back the background mountains, and the foreground mountains are going to be are just going to be tedious work, just chipping away, looking at it, stepping back, chipping away, and going from there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you, bring the camera a little bit closer, and show you what we've done. Kind of give you a 360 of it, and then go from there. So give me 1 second. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, this is another face that we're going to be finishing up. I'm going to go ahead and fill this with that Sculpting mold that you had just seen a second ago. We've got the roundabout portion of the mountain right here. I got one face to go ahead and carve and detail up. We got the second one, third is almost done, fourth and fifth kind of on that back side there will all come together here in the next couple of days. But yeah, what you're gonna see is gonna be a bunch of inner detail and just minor sculpting and scalping in these little crevices and small detail work. And then, yeah, we're going to move our way towards the waterfall. The waterfall, like I said, will be very easy. I actually have a bunch of plastered rock molds that we'll be doing on the top towards the bank to emulate more of a, an actual physical rock. But yeah, what you're going to see there is going to be on one of the live streams to come. And then again, we got a good portion of this face done, which I'll bring the mountain around, and I'll show you guys before we end the stream. definitely coming together. And again, once we get that the shading and the shadowing and all of the different colors from the spotting technique, you'll see this thing really start to pop. You'll see those smaller crevices come to life. You'll see that Sculptamold really do magic, because it in itself will give me some type of material to form, smaller little rock looks and lumps across the faces, and it'll really bring it together. So yeah, guys, again, I appreciate all of your time. I appreciate you guys supporting RC Supremacy and myself on Patreon. Again, I appreciate you sticking with me on this first stream. It was definitely tough on getting that going here in the beginning stages, but we do have a lot of things to come. We have a lot of cool things in store for the Patreon specifically. A lot of projects you'll be seeing here and introduced, in some type of upload, just to show you, or maybe give you guys an opportunity to vote on what you want to see first. But yeah, this is gonna call it for tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Have yourself a great evening and an even better weekend. And probably Monday night, Tuesday, we'll get back on here for another long session. And until then, good night.